Welcome back, y'all, to Music Culture and Wrestling. This is episode 6. We have a packed show for y'all today. We have a lot to speak about. We're going to get into these torpedo bats that are taking the rage in Major League Baseball. We will talk about the Nintendo Switch 2, I should say, and its direct. And we'll get into, of course, the world of wrestling and everything that's happening there. We'll talk about what are we listening to at the moment. So all that and more. Music Culture Wrestling is the culture. Keep it live.
Uh. 80 Guerrero off the top ropes. My flow special and gory, just like I'm Chavo. You feeling froggy, then leap. We kill the tadpoles. Rob Van Dam, the whole damn show. 5 stars.
Y'all, welcome back. My name is Vic. I'm here as always with Bianca, Les. Oh, I thought you were going to show off the Hall of Fame ring. I guess he's saving that. I guess he's saving that. So, I want to get into today, man. I haven't seen you in a minute. Things have sort of been happening in life. I want to get too into it, but let's say that there's been a lot of cleaning and unpacking on my end. And, culture and our culture, we like to put a little music as we do these things. So I wanted to actually talk to y'all about what have y'all been listening to lately. Go ahead.
Um, Other than myself,
Yo.
uh, no,
TAC.
cause as people would know, we do music as well. Um, I live by the Wayne line of the thing that I'm listening to right now is the last thing I recorded.
Right.
But if it's not myself, then actually that song that played in Bianca's call when we was coming back from
HOG.
the HOG joint that whip
Yeah.
joint, the big extra
Yeah,
Oh,
yeah.
plug.
that we randomly found.
Yeah, that song just randomly came on, and now it's in my playlist, bro. Like I can't stop listening to that song.
That's what's up, man. B.
So, I don't. You guys know I'm a big Sabrina Carpenter fan. So I just been listening to Busy Woman over and over because I am a
That's
busy
the
woman.
song, or sorry,
Yeah,
that's
that's
the
the
song.
song. Yeah, her
Okay,
song is called Busy Woman. Yes, because I am a
Be-
busy woman.
because you're a busy woman, and we know
Motivation.
that, man. We know that, man. You got a lot on your plate, and we're happy just to have your time here, man.
I
So,
appreciate you guys.
uh, we appreciate you. So, as for me, as like I said, about cleaning and unpacking. So naturally, I've been listening to a lot of Spanish speaking music, a lot of Arjona, a lot of Willie Colon, back in the day type of stuff.
We're here
Uh,
for it.
right, and it's classic. It never ages. So that's been great for me. But a couple of days ago, I was baking a cake, and I needed something a little different. And for some reason, because I've got to catch up on a lot of things, I put on that Larry June and Two Chains and Alchemist album. Life is
Mm.
Beautiful, smooth, man. That shit, and that just
Two Chains
inspired,
slid on that joint.
man. That Colossal joint.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Oh my
yeah.
god, bro. So I was it. That's the thing with like both of them is that they motivate you to get money. And I was just like, oh, okay, I gotta find it. I'm gonna go get a paper route or some shit. I'm gonna make something happen. And Alchemist production, man. I hate, I hate that he's white. Might have to cut that out, but I hate that he's just so good, man. Like his beats are for me, man. So that's what I've been listening to.
Nice.
Um,
If you guys want to hear our playlist, we'll put them in the link below. Comments if you want to hear that. Sorry.
no, go ahead. That was a great plug.
Yes.
So, all right. So let's get into some sports, man. I don't know how much I kept up with this, but uh, the
A
Yankees.
little bit.
I got some Yankee fans with me, man. And so the Yankees in their home opener, they lit up Mr. Coulda, Woulda, Shoulda, Nestor Cortez. If y'all remember, he was the one that said, Well, if we didn't lose to the Dodgers in the World Series, we would
Mhm.
have won. So you know, I know.
Oh, that
The
was dude
best thing I did
that made the mistake to make them lose, right?
exactly
Bro.
that guy. So if the best thing the Yankees did was get that loser off of their team. They're a whole lot better now, even just mentality wise. Seeing as they hit 9 home runs that game, that's a franchise record. Imagine that. A franchise that's been around for more than 100 years, and then they break a record like that, a franchise record. 9 home runs in a game, that's a lot. Aaron Judge hit 3 home runs. But what's been the controversy is they had these torpedo bats. I don't have a bat with me to demonstrate, but basically the a bat gets fatter as it kind of goes along, but the torpedo bat has more fat, more towards the label. So it's because of Anthony Volpe. He tends to connect on baseballs lower on his bat. So then they put the mass down there. So then when he connects, he'll actually hit the ball
Hit
far,
it. Yeah.
right? So now there's this controversy: is this legal? Is this cheating?
It's
Is
not.
it?
Let me let you know. It is not.
Go ahead, man. The floor is yours.
I just think people are haters. Like
Yeah.
every single one of these teams could have did their analysts, could have done all of the stuff that the Yankees did,
Yep.
and then they hate when we do better at the game. I don't know what to tell you. It's in rules. That's my that's my little rant before I go on a.
Yeah,
That's the
as long
pre-rap.
as you can get away with it, get away with it.
Bro, this is how the game changes every time. A
Right.
team does something, but I feel like if it was any other team, people wouldn't care. But because it's the Yankees, people care more.
That's a fair point. Now, I am a noted
Yeah,
not Yankee fan, but I'm 1,000% with you, Bianca. The if it were illegal, they wouldn't have even used it.
yeah,
Like there's a protocol you have to go through in all sports.
yeah,
Like even in
Hmm.
basketball, you can't just use any
Yeah, the
basketball.
basketball got
yeah.
away like 30 something air
Right.
decimals or something like that.
Exactly. And that is very specific. Like they need to make sure that there was a whole thing with the Tom Brady with the
With the
deflated football.
football.
Right. So
It's
that
easier to throw a deflated football.
Mhm.
right. Right. So um it was it was pretty ingenious actually from that not sabermetrics, the I guess is that
Kind
the
of like it's yeah,
analytics department. Thank you.
yeah.
That guy, he's working for the Marlins now, but he sort of came up with this idea. As you do more research, you find out that the select few baseball players were using this last year, and now and Aaron Judge, who hit 3 home runs, doesn't even use it, and
People are haters.
he a
That's
gang
what it is.
he a gangster because that's him like, why don't you use it? And he's like, I think last year's results speak for themselves. He had 58 home
Mm.
runs. That's gangster, you see. And I love Aaron Judge, man. That he is the perfect representative of what the New York Yankees franchise means. That goes without saying. So we'll see because this is going to be interesting because the game is always changing.
Yep.
There's always a little. We had the thing with Spider Tack a few years ago with the pitchers that you could. It was so sticky that you could hold a baseball and like open your palm, and then it wouldn't fall. It was,
Wow. Yeah.
and then you would throw it so hard that once it rolled off your fingers, it would get more spin, making it more difficult for the hitter to make solid contact on it. Right. So I'm with it, man. I'm with anything um, that changes the game in a positive way. I like offense, man. I mean, it depends. I like good. I like everything in a sport, but I am not mad at this at all. It's going to be interesting to see how other teams implement it. I'm hearing that Marucci was like a bat manufacturer. They're getting a lot of calls from teams and players like, "Hey, we want these torpedo bats." So people are going to try them out and see if it worked for them. It could revive some careers.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Definitely.
I'm with it. I don't know if you have anything to say about it, Les.
Nah. I mean, I'm a baseball novice, so I don't really know. I watched a video about bats in
Right.
like a week ago,
Yeah.
maybe, and it's now this pop up, so it's like, oh, I know a little bit about what they're talking about, but I don't
Right.
know what y'all talk about.
It's
Fair
okay.
enough.
And like, it's
Fire.
like the way people was like talking about it, it made it seem like everybody on the team was using the bat. Now, because like I
Right.
just said, Aaron Judge didn't use it, and like the way everybody was talking about it, like as from a baseball novice standpoint, everybody on it's like they threw out every other bat that's possible to have, and they just had those in the stands. Like,
Right. And I'll say this, though when you see those pitches that were being thrown, they were meatballs. That was not the bat doing the work. That was the pitchers not pitching correctly. Or
Let
you know,
him know. Let him know.
it just is what it is. If you watch, there's the thing. A lot of
Oh,
people want to talk. Maybe they look at the stat sheet. This again, every sport they look at the stat sheet and then they make
hmm
up the narrative.
it's the
yeah.
And
eye test.
watch the get is the eye test, which is somehow become underrated because the eye test was everything 50 or so years ago with again any sport. But now with everything else, all the analytics and everything, which is valuable as well, now you get a diminished eye test. Sometimes this game has a heartbeat.
Yeah.
And sometimes you have to go with gut feeling, and sometimes you need to see what you're seeing and analyze what you're seeing in front of you. They were throwing meatballs, and generally, if you throw meatballs to Major League Baseball players, even somebody that's hitting in the ninth spot, they're gonna launch it out of there.
Yeah.
They're the best of the best. So final thoughts, Bianca.
People are just haters. The Yankee haters, get over it. Like, bro.
Fair enough. All right, so this one I'm gonna take a step back. I haven't owned a Nintendo system since the 3DS, which I have around here. I kind of found it when all the packing and stuff. So the Nintendo Switch 2 was revealed. The price was revealed. The price for these games was revealed. That's a little
Wow.
wild. And there was the Nintendo Direct. There's games. Hollow Knight, Silk Song's gonna come out. That's been
Metroid.
in development for like 8 years or something. So whoever wants to start, I'll give the floor to y'all. To what are y'all excited about?
I'm excited that EA Sports is back. Yo, I was watching this with my brother and my sister at their house, and we were like, "Oh crap, they have EA Sports back!" And like some people like didn't care, but like I knew a lot of people who cared that EA Sports was back on this, like with Nintendo. So I'm happy for that. I'm happy like the screen looks bigger, the like everything looks cool. I think my biggest thing, and I don't know if I got the answer to this, and then I try to text my friend who works at Nintendo, but he hasn't answered.
Ooh.
But basically I was like, can I put my old Switch games into this game? Like all of them.
Mm,
Because
Mm,
I don't want to repay for this shit. Like,
that's fair.
especially if it's at $80. Like, what?
yeah.
This is an extreme price. And then the console is like $400. And I'm like, God damn it. I'm gonna be with my Switch that I have right now for at least 2 more years before I decide to upgrade because let's
The
be
Switch
real.
too light,
Yeah, unless we have a video game channel, we're not getting a Switch anytime
coming soon.
soon. Like, that's the only time. That's the only way we're gonna end up with the Switch too if we get a video game channel. But other than that, but yeah, I'm excited. It looked really cool. Excited about the news. Excited about Metroid.
Mm,
Um, so
it's a
yeah,
classic.
yeah, and the graphics look amazing.
Yeah, as Bianca said, I'm happy for EA Sports. I'm happy that I can play Madden on the go now. Finally, I'll be taking 3 hour bus trips and stuff like that. I'm excited for Mario Kart World.
Mm,
Oh, that don't look
Yeah,
amazing.
that
yeah,
looks cool.
great.
I've been clamoring for a new Mario Kart game for a while. So, and that's yeah, that's about it. The price ain't making me too happy of the games, but the price of the console, I mean, you can kind of expect that.
Right.
But the price of the games is outrageous.
Yes.
But they just prepping for GTA 6 because that's how much GTA 6 is gonna cost. And then every game past that is just that's just gonna be the norm.
GTA 6 gonna be $150, bro. Nah,
Like
bro.
every
Pre-order two
2K
two
game.
225 pre-order.
The deluxe. Oh, holy shit, man.
It's like every 2K game, bro. Like, let's be serious.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I can't say anything about 2K because I buy all their games, so pre-order and everything. So
Yeah.
yeah, take
No,
my 150.
Island Edition, or what was it?
Yeah, the
The
Bloodline edition.
Bloodline Edition. There we go. That's what it was.
Yeah.
Well, I think that's a interesting segue, right? Y'all ready to talk some wrestling?
Wrestling.
Now, so this was at the request of some of the good folk at the Culture Lock. Um,
I
they
guess.
had sent us a little IG video, and it was about Subway Mania. Subway Mania has been a whole craze for many years. It's some of the funniest stuff that I've ever seen. And what I've always wondered, and I think I know where I'm going with this, all these years, is how do you know when are they? Y'all answer.
No,
Y'all give me an answer. When? What? Like what train is you? It seems to be the 6 train too. Like
no, it wasn't it that two, wasn't it the two train? It was a new train.
oh
I don't
Yeah.
even know what it's usually. It's like the blue new train one. You know what I mean? The
yeah
one
yeah
that's
yeah yeah. Like
numbers.
hey,
Mhm.
that's
It
all
was definitely a
for them.
number train.
Yeah, it was definitely a number
Oh
train.
hi.
And then they use the small trains. They don't even go to the letter trains, which are
They
bigger.
should use the
Right.
new C trains that got the
They got no
extenders on it,
seats.
Yes.
bro.
No
Oh
seats.
my god, they got a gorilla position and all that. They could use that as the entrances.
Nah, so now they could use that long ass stretch as like a WrestleMania 19 entrance ramp. So I don't know, man. I don't know. This is a message. Like I guess I gotta follow them or something. Maybe they'll tell you. I guess right. That's how they get people around, right?
Yeah,
Yeah.
Random
be on
people,
the
right?
train at this time.
Right. So I'm just I would love to be a spectator, as I'm sure the both of you would be too. So,
Yeah.
but yeah, I can't wait for the new video to come out. They had my boy Jey Uso, you know. Oh man, so we're here for it, man. So let's get into let's get into some real stuff here, man. John Cena, your boy John Cena, uh, opened Raw yet again. He didn't speak much, or at least at first,
Yeah.
because Cody was just like, "All right, I'm not gonna let you do the 15-minute speech." Uh, he just came out. He did the 8 Mile strategy, and while I will say that I think Cody did incredible, I think he like just about went toe to toe with Cena. I have never seen the 8 Mile strategy backfire the way it did. Cause again, Cody did great, but Cena cooked that boy, man. He said, "I don't care about your lisp. I don't care about your tattoo. You too perfect. You got that pinstripe suit, and this and that. Because you're too insecure and this and that. And well, B, like, tell me what you thought about this ordeal."
I saw it live in the office. So you should have seen my face. I was just there with my headphones in my little desk, and people walking past me. I mean, this being at 3 o'clock is not helpful. um, but I was here for it because like when Cody came out, I was like, yes, let him have it and stuff. Let's go through all the little BSs that you have. But when Cena started speaking, I was like, oh, this is the old Thugonomics Cena. This is the Cena that don't give a fuck Cena. I'm here for this. And like last week I feel like the promo was okay, but this week 10 times better. I think.
Mm,
I think
mm.
they did much better. I think it made Cena look like more of a bad guy, but like kind of I'm on your side. Cody's not Cody. He don't even have his real regular hair. Like he's a brown head man. He's not blonde. So
See
um
Stardust.
so like you know what I mean? Like I very much enjoy this promo.
So Cody's fake is what you're saying.
Listen, he's my favorite wrestler, but he could be fake.
Mm. So you're saying that he's not really Cody Raheem Rhodes. He saying he really plays for the other team.
Bro, he's Cuban, so that's all I'm gonna say.
Great point.
I'm Cuban B.
Miami Cuban.
Yeah.
Cool, cool, cool. What'd you think, Les?
Nah, that was a great promo. Uh, Cena starting off Raw. I almost missed it because I thought it started at 4 o'clock for some reason.
Me too.
Bro, alright, so cause the week before Raw,
It's
they
4
said
o'clock.
4 o'clock, bro.
Right.
They definitely said 4 o'clock on the week before. I'm not bugging. Okay,
Now you
thank
know what it is. I think they were in Italy the week before, and then they were in London, and that's a different time zone
And
because
then
you.
they were back
Italy's
in
more
London.
east.
No,
Yeah.
they was in London.
Yeah.
Oh,
They
wait,
were
wait,
back
wait,
in
wait.
London.
For SmackDown and then Raw, not
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
both
SmackDown
Raw.
and I think they were I don't remember.
It's Europe is weird. Is that's all I can say.
Yeah.
But go ahead, Les. Sorry, I cut you off.
Yeah, nah, but what Cody Rhodes was doing the 8 mile. So this basically was like if Papa Doc actually had a verse.
Yeah, choke.
You
Yeah.
know? And that's what it reminded me of. Cena really cooked him. And it made it good for both of them. It made it good for both of them because pointing out all of these things is what the fans are saying about Cena opening Raw, like when Cody said, "Oh, I'm not gonna let you do the 15-minute promo." But that's what everybody's saying. Oh man, he's cutting it, and then they had to cut the time for the Jey Uso match because he went over and all that.
Right.
Nah, this is great. The match, I can't wait for the match. I just need Cena to win because if he don't win, like I said before, this is all invalidated. The heel turn.
You think it's pointless if he doesn't win?
Yeah.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah.
I loved Cody's line about like you talk about being protected or chosen. You know, you were chosen by a guy who's not here anymore that we don't talk about anymore. So we talk about one-liners to sort of give Cody some credit. That was an incredible one as well. And speaking of one-liners, man, we got to get into this Charlotte Flair Tiffany Stratton thing, man. The week before this one, they had this. Um, Split screen promo battle. It was overwhelming in Charlotte's favor, and then Tiffany cut a promo by herself, where again it was more 8 Mile. She said, "Well, if I lose, then I lost to the goat, but if I win, then you, Charlotte, lost to a rookie." A blonde rookie, da da da, flip having, da 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 da. So I want to get your thoughts. I'll start with you, Les, on both of these promos. And I've gone on record saying like, hey, everybody's like, oh, this build sucks, and I was like, we gotta wait. We gotta give it a few weeks. So I guess it's a three-pronged question. Um, what do you think about both of these promos? And then is the feud, is it being built accordingly? Do you think?
Um, the first week she got cooked. Tiffany got cooked, bro. Like, and it was she couldn't get a word in. Charlotte was just bang, 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 rapid fire. But this week she redeemed herself.
Mm.
Not well using the 8 mile strategy twice in 1 week with two different people, both champions.
Right.
Who's writing these stories? Uh, but it definitely works. It works more for Tiffany because it boosts her up. Because when she does eventually lose, she can actually still be at the top.
Me?
Yeah, I think it it's a weird build. I felt in my case because I feel like why would you diminish yourself
Mm,
and like why would you be like, oh yeah, well she lost to a rookie? Like you're not supposed to be a rookie. Even if you are, you don't want to be saying you're a rookie. Like you're the champion. You know what I
Facts.
mean? Like you need to be like if you lose to me, you lost to a champion,
mm,
not a rookie. Like
mm.
I don't want to hear that. So like it just doesn't build the character that Tiffany should be. Like it looks like Tiffany is already a weaker woman than Charlotte, and it doesn't help that she said that. So I'm in. This is a mid thing for me. Like I wish it was better, because there are two amazing women, but like it's not giving it for me. It's not giving it.
I'll say this. I think Tiffany, her voice is so valley
Hmm.
that it doesn't work really as a baby face. She's over. Everybody loves
Yeah.
her. But it doesn't convince me. When she was a heel, I'm like, yeah, yeah, it sounds like somebody you would hate. Um, it just sounds privileged and da da da, right?
Yeah.
Um, this it could be a lot better. I do agree with y'all. But we'll see how they keep building towards it. I completely agree. I think she should take the approach of like I'm the champion for a reason, and you're not fighting. This is not going to be an easy fight for you, and you're going to struggle, and this is going to be you're going to fight for your life.
Yeah.
So I definitely agree with that. But to keep it into women's wrestling, it's the other side of the women's division. It's this triple threat match that's it's not official yet, but it's going to happen. EO is going to defend against Bianca Belair and Rhea Ripley. Um, I, I don't know if I want to talk too long about this, but I am concerned. Um, I keep saying that Bianca needs to win this. There's money in an undefeated streak. I'll say this every week. But the way they're building it, maybe it's good because it's not predictable, but it feels like everybody but her is gonna win, and Bianca's the only one really with like a reason to that earned her way out. I want to say
Yeah.
because Rhea's just been crying, and you could argue at this point, Liv Morgan has a much of a right to fight for that championship that Rhea does because they both have no reason to fight for that belt. Um, I really wanted to get into Bianca Belair getting booed, um, like all over Europe, really, as she gets any offense in. Um, what do y'all think that is?
I think they're trying to build her as a baby face, but like she's still in a different whole other storyline that they have not touched.
Right.
And it feels as if like she's not the face. You know what I mean? And like Bianca has earned her right to be here, so like having this Io and Rhea thing is really annoying. But I think because they have her and Rhea have been so disrespectful to Io,
Mm,
a lot of the crowd has been like, no,
right.
like why are you disrespecting the champ? Like, and I think that's the reason why she's getting booed, and like it's not working.
Then why isn't Rhea getting booed when she's also disrespecting the champion?
That's true. I think people like Rhea more
Yeah.
at the moment.
But
But
why? And I only
yeah,
ask that because like her aesthetic is one thing, but again, look,
yeah,
man, I was the one that was rooting for Sexton Hardcastle when he was slapping Cena's dad, right? It
yeah.
was wrong. That's a bad thing to do, but I was rooting for it. But again, it's like Rhea, she's just crying. She's not. She doesn't have a claim to this championship. So that's my concern. Why are people cheering her when the other person that you're booing had to win an elimination chamber to
To be
get the
there.
right,
I
and then
feel
he's just gonna get it for free, basically.
I
Or
feel
what?
like they booing Bianca because she kind of screwed, and in their eyes, she kind of screwed Rhea over by getting involved in a match with Io that got
But she,
Io the belt.
but she didn't get involved. All she
No,
did
but
was
that's what
just
I know she ain't get involved. I know for a fact. I understand, but the reason I feel like the reason why she's getting booed is because people feel like she probably screwed Rhea over, and that's why they giving Rhea a chance to get in. Rhea doesn't deserve a chance to get in at all, if
Yeah,
for no reason. I think the only reason why they're trying to add her is because Io can't speak English that well, and they need the promos, and they need promos. That's
okay.
that's the I feel like that's the only reason why they're trying to add Rhea Ripley. Bianca's still gonna go over at WrestleMania, and she gets to pin the champion by having Io take the fall in the three way, so then Rhea don't lose no steam.
Right, and then they feud one on one after that.
Yeah, then they can have a match at Backlash, just Rhea versus Bianca.
Cool. So okay, I'm a Bianca Belair stan. That's why I'm heated about it. But um, I guess that makes me feel a little better.
Nah,
But
cause I
yeah,
understand, bro. I feel you.
yeah.
I feel you 100%.
We understand. It's just
right,
I
right.
feel like they like the way they work this through, like this whole storyline. Just I don't know what is wrong with them right now. Because like a
And,
lot of the storylines are like falling apart weeks before Mania.
and it's exactly that. If Rhea, they had brought in Rhea on a more legitimate thing, I would be all for it.
Yeah,
But it's just like, oh, like, and again, they're seemingly building to like a heel turn because again, that's that's what a heel, somebody that's going to turn heel does. Is just she was complaining after the show was like, oh, Bianca screwed over in that match, that title match about when she was the referee.
yeah,
I'm oh, you're not talking about how you kicked her.
yeah,
But what are we talking about? Um, but yeah, I think we're talking about it, so there is interest in it. So
One more
but
thing.
yeah, go ahead.
Whoever's writing the women's stuff for NXT need to come over and help them out because
facts.
it's much better over there. Like they about to have a triple threat for the women's NXT title, and basically like, oh well, we gonna talk about it. So
Yeah.
I'll save it. I'll save it.
All right, so Bianca, you spoke about Bianca spoke about Bianca being involved in this other story, and this is the Naomi Jade story. Um, Man, Naomi, I have to just give her. I think she's the best part of the show.
All the props.
Bar
All the props.
that vignette they did, wow,
Yeah.
wow, and this is
Caution.
caution. Proceed with caution, absolutely.
I want
That
it. I want the merch.
on
I
the
want the
shirt,
shirt.
getting it, and that's the whole thing. Like she, again, you talk about untapped potential and or reaching your potential, or being allowed to reach your potential. Wow, man. So, she goes and attacks BFAB and Meechin, and then runs away from Jade, who came in a Kill Bill suit. I thought that was pretty cool. So, B, what are your thoughts on this story so far? It hasn't developed a whole lot, I don't think, but at least from Jade's side yet. But go ahead.
Yeah, I think the whole Naomi thing is great. She, as I said before, she has been underrated, and she's justified in this. You know what I mean? This is a justified, like it's like the KO
Okay,
version, like justified in her actions, and I don't care. You know what I mean? And like I know I'm supposed to boo her or whatever. I'm here for Naomi. She's right. Jade is wrong. I don't care.
a ruin for her.
Yeah.
Yeah, I always draw to more toward the heel anyway.
Yeah,
When especially when because they be right a lot of the time.
right,
All you have to give me is a justification of why you're doing this, and I'm gonna be on
Exactly.
your side.
right. Les, you got thoughts on it?
Oh, when to me it's kind of stale, and Naomi is keeping it alive.
Yeah.
That's about it. That's all I can say about it, bro.
You're
because I
right.
feel like it's just I don't want them to treat Bianca as a transitional champion,
Hmm.
whereas she wins and then or like she goes into the feud with Jay Cargill. Like if you're gonna do that, save that for SummerSlam. You know,
Hmm. Right.
Yeah.
I agree. I think that is it's a little underdeveloped or a little undercooked so far, like how my rices used to be when I first started cooking, and those are painful days.
you gotta
But
get you a
no,
rice cooker, bro.
I got one, yo. Say my, but that was like after let me just make it clear, I could cook rice now. Yo.
I'm
You know,
like, you're Latino. You should be learn. You know how to cook rice, Victor. Come on,
yeah, but the rice cooker is what's up too.
come on.
So yeah, it's a little undercooked this feud. Again, I think Naomi's really carrying it. I
Mhm.
think there needs to be some sort of like big attack that happens. Like there's already the blood feud part of it with the car in November, but that was in November. Now we need something. I need some chairs. You know, I need something
Yeah.
to get me a little more invested. Um, so
Question:
yo,
Do you do you think this is a one match thing or do you keep it going?
that's a great question, man. I assumed there was going to be a one match thing. But now that you asked that question,
I
it
don't know.
might have some legs on it if they do it right.
Cause I
If
feel like
they run with
it's
it.
so stale that they might have to run it back in some kind of way.
Mm,
Even
okay.
if they have the match, the blow off, well, like a little blow off match, but it might have to. They might have to do another one at Backlash again or something like to to really get the umph out of it.
Yeah. I mean, I hope that it's a great feud and a great WrestleMania match, and they run it back. You know, I think they can make a lot of money together, and that's what we want. That's what we want. Speaking of money, this is some money players. Man, Les got some great segues too, man. Some big money players here. I think a lot of folk were hoping for the women's triple threat to main event night one of WrestleMania, but it's been confirmed that the men's triple threat, Roman, Seth, and Punk, is going to main event. Punk gets his first main event or closing match at WrestleMania. Uh, what are your thoughts? I'll start with you, B, on this being the main event.
I wasn't the happiest. I'm not gonna lie. I wasn't the happiest, and I understand why they did it. But I was just like, and this is gonna be a great match. That's
Mm,
not. That's not why I'm upset about it. It's because we got a bunch of champions. The champions should be out there.
mm.
Like, so I wasn't the happiest about this, but we're here.
Do you feel that it's earned?
Yeah, I don't know.
So
it's
that
it's listen. These are three of the most top level guys in
right.
WWE. You know, they deserve a main event in WrestleMania. It's not that they don't deserve it, but do I think this is the one? No. Do I think the championships should be the main event? Yes.
Do you think that the story that they're telling warrants that slot?
I they're developing it. I think there's a lot in there. Like there's a lot of history that I really enjoy about Punk, Paul Heyman, Roman Reigns, Seth. There's a lot of history in all of that, and I think it's going to be an excellent story match leading up to it. But it's also one of those things that like after like all the stuff we've been talking about, this is in the back of my head and not in the forefront.
Mm. Less.
Um, I don't think it's deserved, but I think the story precedes it. Like the story makes it necessary for it to be the main event because
Yeah.
it's the only thing that like out of all everything that else is going on. Like I think the champions always should go on last, But out of everything, this is the thing that got the most to it. So yeah, it should definitely main event, and then Cena and Cody main event night two. But I would say Jey Uso and got the to main event.
You know, and I'll speak on that briefly. I think right after they had that thing with Jimmy and had him all bloodied and everything, I think
Bro,
it right there.
That's it.
everybody needed the black gloves.
Shoot, that's a fact.
Everybody. Hand them out to everyone in the front row too, just cause. That man was bleeding.
Yo,
He needed to go to the local medical facility right after.
I think Gallagher was his name with the watermelon. Put the
Black Gallagher.
that is a funny man. All right, so I have a problem with this man, and that is Stephanie Vaquer. She is
Sorry.
relinquishing, vacating. Oh, I get it. Nah, we want those reactions, yo. We want those reactions.
My face.
I don't know why they keep doing this. They did it with Keith Lee, I believe, right? Had she's vacating the North American Championship. I thought they could have gone on a little run with that, where she was kind of just going through everybody, and then eventually you have somebody beat her for maybe the North American title, who could have been elevated then to the women's championship. Uh, Again, this is a little like, again, why do they keep doing this? But I'll let you take the reins on that, Les.
I like it. I think it's circumstantial because of Julia, like, cause she had to drop the belt. I don't like
Right.
she's dealing with something. I don't know if it's injury or whatever, but she had to go away, so she had to drop the belt. So like Stephanie said, it's giving the opportunity to the other women in the division because there's a lot of women, and if she's the only one with the belt, it kills a lot of the other things that all the other women is doing. You're just gonna have them sitting there because if she's defending for both undercard and main event, it's like who else could you add for fight?
I
You
still
need like
think
fresh stories.
I think she still should have, like, on Stand and Deliver.
Well,
That's WrestleMania. She should have, like,
Yeah.
done a double.
yeah.
Um, but what's your thoughts, B?
She just did a double.
Right.
And you're telling me that she's not capable to do another double? This is what I like. Let her lose the belt.
They don't want to injure their
Don't.
only champion.
No, but I
No, because
understand that. But like,
you could
let
still
her
do
lose the belt. Then let her lose one of
Exactly.
the belts.
but she's a
Don't
world
let her just vacate it. Let
she's
her
a world
lose
class
it.
athlete. She could go two matches in a night. It doesn't
And
have
she
to be
did.
every
This is
night.
what I'm
So that's what I'm saying. It's
saying. Yeah.
like again, like, with the lie when house shows were like a thing, people were. I heard story about Edge and Christian. Sorry, Sexton Hardcastle and Christian Cage. Going like, okay, they called it a double shot. They go to one town, do a match, and then they will go to like another town 3 or 4 hours away and do another match. So that was like
A
not an
thing.
everyday thing, but that was pretty common. And,
It's a thing, and I think they could have waited a couple weeks and let her lose to someone, being like that she's exhausted. You know
yeah,
what I mean? I rather
right.
that than it be vacated.
Right. It could, yeah. I love that idea. I
They're
thought that
trying
would
to get as
work.
many faces on the PLE as possible.
I get it. I get
That's why they're having that six woman ladder match again.
Right.
Because that's what they have for the first North American women's.
it. Yeah.
So some news. Saraya has left AEW. I think she has a book coming out.
Mhm.
I don't know if it's out yet. So she's going to a press run for that. Of course, when anybody leaves one company, there's a rumor whether she should or they should go to the other company. Are you here for WWE return? Go ahead, B.
No. Simple answer. Just
Same.
no. I love her, but it's I don't I don't think it's necessary, at this
Division's
stage.
good enough.
And she also the reason she wasn't wrestling a lot, or supposedly, was because she couldn't wrestle a lot.
Hmm.
She was that like they said that she couldn't wrestle as many matches as she could. So she'll just be like a Trish or like whatever. That's fine. Like the appearances I'm fine with. You know what I mean?
Hmm.
But to be involved in a whole storyline, I don't think it'll work out.
That's
Yeah, I don't think she should come back either. Like her time ain't done, but like Bianca said, like if she could come in, do a little appearance or whatnot, if they do the evolution
Yeah.
pay per view, she could pop up there or something. But if if it's like that, go work the indies.
yeah.
Yeah.
You got a big enough name where you could just coast off.
Get booked on House of Glory.
Yeah.
We'll
She
see.
took my she wanted to have kids and all that too, so
Oh,
just
okay.
go start your family.
Right, right. Hey. And that'd be wonderful if she does that, so
Mhm.
but congrats to her, and and everything. Congrats on her book, and
Yes.
hope it finds a lot of success. Um, but someone that's been having a lot of success, well, both of these girls is Athena and Mercedes Moné, who had a confrontation about a week ago, I want to say.
Yeah.
Um, because we know Billy Starks had a match with Mercedes, who is Billy Starks. I mean, is Athena's like protege. Correct me if I'm wrong, but Athena is a heel in Ring of Honor who has held the title for like 3 years or something like that.
Over 800 and something days. I don't remember the exact number, but yes.
Sheesh.
Right. That's a
Yes.
lot. And
Yes.
they had that confrontation, which is of course is going to set up a match between them. Which is, I guess, sooner than we thought. I thought it was going to be like a sort of title for title thing, but they're going to compete at the Owen. And this was weird. They're not. They're on the same side of the bracket.
Yeah, I don't like this. Like,
So
don't like
as
this.
predictable as it would have been to them have them on opposite sides and then facing them, I think that was the match everybody wanted to see. So I have my questions for y'all. I'll start with you. B is who should win, and should well, I guess we already got the answer. Should this be the way that you go about making this match?
Um, I don't want it in the Owen. I wanted them to face to face. I also want Athena to win because she has been on the run of her life.
Yes.
And she is finally on network television, like where she belongs. She has all the charisma, she has all the strength, she has all everything you need in a woman's champion, Athena. And they have not been showing her the way she should. Like I understand she's in a Ring of Honor, but like she's the that girl. And I think a lot of people don't understand how much she's that girl. And I want her to be Mercedes Moné because she is that girl. So yeah.
I don't really watch AEW like that, so I
That's
would
fine.
want I would want Athena to win because Mercedes Moné got all the belts. Like,
She does.
so I don't know, bro. I don't really got
But
anything to say.
eventually like she has to
I'll
lose
watch
these
the match
belts.
though. I'll definitely watch the match.
Yeah.
I think Mercedes losing could activate something else story wise for her or character wise.
Yeah.
So I think that'll be good for her actually. Um, it's difficult sometimes when you have, we just talked about the Stephanie Barker situation. She has four belts. How do you lose those four belts? Because she's going to have to lose them. And
Yes.
relinquishing them, you can't relinquish them, especially as a heel. Like we're not gonna do the you're hurt thing, even if you're hurt. I don't know. Let's not even let it get to that
Not
point. She's
even,
gotta
but I
lose at
mean,
some point.
like for Mercedes Monet, it kind of makes sense. Like with her persona, the CEO persona, it's like,
Mhm.
oh well, I done had this for so long, I'm tired of it, and just throw it away. Like that fit her character. You feel
Okay.
me?
Yeah. But it's disrespectful for the
Yeah,
promotions.
yeah,
So I don't think
definitely.
that that's a way to do it either.
right? Because you need some money to bring the match. Da, 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 da. So yeah, I hope I'm the same. I hope Athena wins. I don't think that her 800 and something day reign should be ended by Mercedes Moné, who I love,
Yeah.
uh, but we'll see how they go about that.
So
It's
wait, question. So the match they having is gonna be for like the Ring of Honor title, or
No,
is
it's for
like
the Owen
Athena on
Hart.
this like 800-day winning streak, just not losing at all? I'm confused.
No, they're in the Owen Hart Classic. So there's like a women's division for the Owen Hart like belts and
Yeah.
everything and charity.
for the
And
cup.
they're yeah, for the cup. Well, no, it's a belt. They get a
The
belt
bonus?
now.
Oh, I
Yeah,
thought. Okay.
they get like a whole belt. So like they're in the brackets together on the
Okay.
same side.
Oh,
So
so yeah, I'll definitely watch the match. Definitely watch the match, but if I feel like from my perspective, whoever wins that match will win the whole thing.
Yeah, it's time for wrestling roulette. So basically, one of us suggests a match for the three of us to watch, and then we come back the next week and talk about it. Last week, B had us watch The Invisible Man versus The Invisible Stan, and it was a hell of a match. You could start, Les.
Um, this was a this was a quite, I don't know how to explain. Like, bro, the give that referee a raise. Like, put that man on TV every day, bro. Give him a job on any of these promotions that's on TV. Cause that
he's in
man,
AEW. He's in AEW.
okay, good. Cause that man put in one of the greatest matches I've ever seen. That man could wrestle a broom. My favorite, I don't know if my favorite spot was the off the balcony or the table. I like
The
going through the door in the
table.
corner. Yo, bro, going through that door in the corner, cause I in my head I'm like, okay, I gotta see how they do this, cause I already know that's gonna break somehow, some way.
Right.
I thought it was gonna be like the referee was gonna like take a bump or whatever, and then he going back and like throw himself into it, but nah, they did it.
I thought the same thing. I thought that the referee was gonna take the ref bump and he was gonna be down, and then the crowd was gonna somehow wing it. But again, like this is such a uh, you got to suspend your disbelief when it comes to wrestling, anyways, and then to do it in a match like this is really incredible. I got we give the ref crowd, we got the ref credit, we got to give the crowd credit because they
Yes.
were into it and they
Everybody has to be into it. If one person
right.
says, "What the fuck is this?" then it's
It
all
don't
it's all
work.
gone.
So this is a wonderful recommendation. I actually absolutely loved watching it. So uh, you know, yeah, 5 stars.
I do have a recommendation.
Yes.
Let's get it.
Uh, Being WrestleMania season and all,
Okay.
one of y'all to watch one of my favorite WrestleMania matches.
Mm.
We was in attendance for this one.
I,
CM Punk versus The Undertaker. That's the match.
so what's funny?
Yeah.
I have not seen this on
Since
TV.
uh,
Yeah, I saw it there, but I have not seen it in TV. So um, thank you, because now I have a reason to like watch it now. I have not seen WrestleMania 29 since we, you know,
you were
it,
there.
it was
I watched it maybe like
it was an iffy mania.
6 months ago, maybe.
Yeah, cool. So that'll be our wrestling roulette, and we'll have our thoughts on it next week, next episode. But now it is time for our hot tag segment, ladies and gentlemen. That's where we give a hot take on wrestling. We ain't gotta say why, and nobody can question you on it. I've learned that the hard way. Who wants to start?
Io Sky's leaving the champion. WrestleMania. Day one. Yo, everybody is so tight. I mean, I know.
It's not tight. I'm sad.
Um,
just sad, man. It's got to be Bianca, man.
My hot take is Seth Rollins deserves to win this triple threat.
I
Mhm.
agree.
Same.
And he had going away heat with me last year, but man. Um, I guess a hot take. There is more than wrestling reasons why Bianca Belair is getting booed in Europe.
Mhm.
I ain't want to say
Mm, mm, mm. And with that,
it.
ladies and gentlemen, that's our episode. Hope y'all enjoyed it. Be sure to like, comment, subscribe. Um, like B said, we'll have our playlist down below as well, so you can follow that and give us suggestions and for topics and things like that. We'll most certainly take a look at it. But we'll be with y'all next week. For Les, for B, I'm Vic. Until next time, the culture keeps locking.
Uh. 80 Guerrero off the top ropes. My flow special and gory just like I'm Chavo. You feeling froggy then leap, we kill the tadpoles. Rob Van Dam, the whole damn show.